Tuesday, July 31, 2018. Hope finds Ben at Ciara's. Adrian has a big question for her brother, and Brady almost tells Eric the truth about Nicole. At the loft, Ben ponders why Ciara's helping him. She's returning the favor. Ben's thankful. She admits while at the cabin that she'd rather have stayed with a serial killer than be with her family. She immediately apologizes, but Ben says that's who he island Ciara cares for. Ben said no amount of therapy will change that. Ben wonders if he should leave Salem after the arson investigation is over. He thanks her again for hiring Ted as his lawyer, but if Ted can't prove his innocence, will Ciara stop believing in him? Before she responds, Hope busts in the door, gun drawn. Ciara yells at her mom to put the gun down. She's fine. Rafe enters and asks Hope to stand down. She does and reveals Claire gave them a heads up. Hope aims gun at Ben. Ciara queries if Claire also admitted she attacked Ben. That's why he's there. He's recuperating from a whack to the head with a frying pan. Rafe tries to escort Ben out, but Ciara worries he has no place to stay. He goes anyway, and Hope starts in on her daughter, frustrating Ciara, who asks her to trust her. Hope does, but her big heart could get her into trouble. She begs her kid not to let Ben in if he returns. They pinky swear on it. More. Vote your TV soap opera theme song with lyrics at the Square. John and Marlena discuss wedding plans coming together, but Doc's worried that their boys won't reconcile before the wedding. John knows they both moved on from Nicole, but Marlena reminds them that Kristen Dimra came between them once before. They're glad Kristen's gone for good, but Marlena wishes they'd found the body. John has it on good authority that she's dead. He assures his bride-to-be that their wedding will be perfect. They kiss. Marlena hasn't received an RSVP from Sami yet. They make out and Marlena calls Sami and leaves a message for her to please RSVP to the wedding, which wouldn't be the same without her. That Salem Inn. Eric is thankful to Brady for his forgiveness. Brady flashes to admitting to Eve that he had a confession of Nicole admitting to murdering Dimas and that he threatened her to leave Salem and Eric or he'd tell all. Brady is about to finally come clean when Eric remarks that he and Jennifer are a better match than any woman he's ever been with, including Nicole. More. Soaps threaten to boycott daytime meals at the Kyriakis mansion. Eve says the only reason Jen and Eric are a couple is because Nicole left town. Jen's confused. Eve explains that Brady forced Nicole out of Salem, threatening to expose her as a murderer. Jennifer gasps. Eve explains that Nick was drugged and it was a horrible mistake. Brady kept her secret until she dumped him for his brother. Eve guesses that Nicole has never stopped loving her. Jen inquires why Brady didn't come clean in court. Eve recounts that he didn't want Nicole to go to prison and lose Holly. Eve admits Victor is the one who planted the drugs. She calls JJ a good person and feels terrible about this whole thing. Jen thinks Brady deserves to know the truth and warns that she'll tell him if Eve doesn't. Eve thinks they'll lose the men they love if she comes clean. At the hospital, Steve asks his wife if he's being released yet. Adrian finds out Steve can see the joke about him getting the VIP treatment and Steve motions toward the magazines that Trip bought. Steve never thought he'd be so excited to read celebrity gossip. They discuss Tripp's love life and both are glad that it appears to be looking up. They smooch until Adrian appears. Steve jokes that her teal blue shirt is burning up his supersonic retina. She smiles and hugs him. Adrian reads the first draft of a story she's working on of Steve's eyesight. He gives her edits and they kid around. Kayla goes back to work and Adrian hires her bro to find Bonnie Lockhart. Adrian won't feel safe until she's locked up. Kayla spots Jen outside the pub. They discuss how wonderful it is that Steve regained his sight. Kayla hears JJ's suspension will be lifted and she says she's been thinking of Abigail. Jen tries to look happy though she's distant. Kate leaves and Eric walks up as Jen wonders what she'll do. More exciting new soaps spoiler digest in the park. Rafe gives Ben the name of a homeless. Rafe yells at Ben's shelter and asks him to stay away from Will, Sierra, Abigail and anyone else he hurt. Rafe doesn't believe Ben's cured after spending 2 years at Shady Hills. Steve arrives at Salem Inn and briefly fills Brady in on meeting with Ben Weston. She doesn't want to talk about it so Brady lets her in on him clearing the air with Eric. Kayla returns to the hospital to give Steve some of Caroline's clam chowder. They kiss,